why you need to niche beyond just your target audience if you are an online coach or health practitioner. I'm Hills Crisp, the business alchemist, strategic business and marketing mentor and up-level coach. So today I'm talking about niching and why you need to go beyond just your target audience, because so many coaches, therapists, healers, spiritual businesses struggle to niche with their service-based, purpose-driven business. And it's not because niching is the wrong thing to do. It's just that a lot of what they hear about niching doesn't feel right for them. I have quite a different view on niching to the traditional view, which is what I'm going to share with you today. So the traditional view on niching is along the lines of find a nice big market so there's plenty of people to sell to, or that your niche is exactly the same as your target audience. And actually, I've seen people who help coaches with their marketing use these two terms interchangeably, and it's incorrect. They are not the same thing. Your niche is not your target audience, not the same thing. Both of these kind of views of niching, these traditional views of niching, are really quite limiting, and they're not always going to be appropriate for you if you're a coach, health and wellbeing practitioner, therapist, healer, spiritual guide, something like that. And especially if you're working totally or mostly online, or you would like to, because when you work online, you're not limited by your geographical area anymore. And this might be quite a shift if you've always worked in person with people in a therapeutic way, but now you're kind of working online. Because suddenly your potential audience is much, much bigger. And yes, you can narrow down your target audience as say the UK or whatever, but it's still a lot of people. So this is why you need to start niching, because working online brings huge potential. It's very, very different to working in person when it comes to marketing yourself and your business, the offers that you create, your positioning and all of that. You have to be more niched or you'll get lost in a sea of sameness and blandness. I call it being 50 shades of beige. I'll do another video about that. If you think of it this way, the more discerning people, right, potential clients, the lovely ones, the ones who get you, the ones that get your service, they're ready, they're willing to pay, right, the kind of ideal clients that you want, they want to know and trust that you can get them the best results in the quickest and most painless way possible, right? They are looking for a specialist with proven results to help them solve their problem or achieve their goal. And they're willing to pay more for it because the results are guaranteed, way more than if you're a generalist, right? If you're just a general life coach or a general health coach or something like that. So your niche can be way more nuanced and unique than just who your ideal clients are, okay? So I'm talking about just going a bit deeper with it rather than just an ideal client that can be really general. It can feel really general. So something like menopausal women, it's okay as a niche, but it's quite general, right? So you could niche more with that. Okay, so I've identified 5 problems with using ideal clients only as a way to define your niche. Okay, the first problem is that there are still too many people for you to target, right? So say your niche is menopausal women in the UK, sounds fine, but actually your marketing will probably be a bit too weak. It probably won't resonate. There's too many different things that you can be talking about, and you're not going to resonate with, you know, the people that you're really, really here to help. Second problem is it's not specialized enough. So you won't necessarily be seen as an expert. You could be seen as an expert. Menopausal women's not the worst niche that I've seen, but you need something much more specific usually to really step into that expertise. Number 3 is that it might not work for you, right? So using only ideal clients as a way to niche, because you need to niche in a different way. And I'm going to do another video about how you can niche in different ways. Number 4, you probably don't help that person with every single thing that they're struggling with, right? So again, menopausal women, quite a wide niche. It is a niche, but it is quite wide. But do you really help them with all the gamut of menopausal, problems that they're having, from mental health and psychological and physiological and physical and emotional, and all trauma coming up and pain and all this and that and the other. Do you help them with like absolutely everything? Probably not. Yeah. And number 5, the 5th problem, is that your target audience alone doesn't indicate your unique value proposition, right? And again, it's not the same thing as your niche. So your unique value proposition is way more than just your target audience or just your niche. So I hope that's been helpful. Obviously, you might be thinking also, how do I narrow down my focus and figure out how to niche if it is more than just your ideal client? As I said, I'm going to do another video on that. So I'll link to it below, and hope that's been helpful. Do ask me some questions, and yeah, I'd love your comments.